Hey guys, let's get more news about Miami Heat, but first don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Heat's Eric Spoelstra gives telling insight on Terry Rozier's jacked neck injury. While the Miami Heat were at one point for a couple of games fully healthy recently besides Josh Richardson, who was announced as being out for the season earlier, that has since quickly changed. Heat star Terry Rozier will miss Wednesday's game against the Dallas Mavericks with neck spasms, which will mark his second straight game missed, as head coach Eric Spoelstra gives insight into the injury. Rozier has been impressive for Miami since being traded from the Charlotte Hornets right before the NBA trade deadline, where he has been an upgrade at point guard from Kyle Lowry, now with the Philadelphia 76ers. With 3 games left in the regular season though, his status is up in the air, as Spoelstra described Rozier's neck as really jacked up before Wednesday night against the Mavericks. As soon as he gets relief, it's as simple as that, Spoelstra said when Rozier will come back to the lineup. His neck is just really jacked up, right now, and he needs to calm that down. For anybody that has had neck or back pain, it just takes time. He's doing everything he needs to do. So far with the Heat, Rozier has averaged 16.4 points, 4.6 assists, and 4.2 rebounds while shooting 42.3% from the field and 37.1% from the three-point line. When asked by Clutch Points what the status will be for Rozier moving forward, Spoelstra said he will be day-to-day, as anything can change. He's day-to-day. It is also one of those things that one day you wake up and it's gone, Spoelstra said. The last game Rozier played was on April 7 against the Indiana Pacers, where he shot 2 for 7 from the field, scoring 4 points in what was an uncharacteristic performance. He even said bluntly after the game that he shouldn't have played, according to Ira Winderman of the Sun-Sentinel. "I mean, I never like to make excuses, but I shouldn't have played," Rozier said. "I felt like I hurt the team by trying to be a warrior and get out there, and I feel like I hurt myself, but we move on, can't do nothing about it, I know it's going to get better." While it's unfortunate Rozier won't play, the good news is that Tyler Herro is back and should see an uptick in point guard duties. He has played in 3 games since missing 20 contests prior with right foot, medial tendinitis, and even started in Tuesday's win over the Hawks, likely because of Rozier's absence. Besides scoring and leading the team with 33 points, he played an eye-opening 48 minutes as the game went into double overtime. Spoelstra said before Wednesday's game that himself, Herro, and even the training staff didn't know what to expect. "I didn't know what to expect, and he didn't know either, training staff didn't know either. We just wanted to be responsible with the decisions and he wanted to, but you never know until you get back and see how you feel, go through the day of treatment and all that. He's ready to go," Spoelstra said. "I don't think even if it goes triple overtime that we're gonna play him 40 minutes tonight, but he can give us minutes tonight, there's not a restriction. He feels great, and that's the biggest thing." The Heat are still fighting to get out of the play-in tournament and obtain a top 6 seed, as the goal is simple: win out. Miami is 44-35, which puts them 8th in the tightly packed Eastern Conference, with 3 games left. Eric Spoelstra dishes latest on Terry Rozier after Miami Heat guard gets ruled out for crucial game. Miami Heat head coach Eric Spoelstra provided an update on injured guard Terry Rozier, who will miss his second straight game on Wednesday night. It makes sense that Miami wants to rest Rozier, as the play-in tournament and playoffs are on the horizon. But Miami also needs to finish the regular season strong. The Heat are currently the number 8 seed in the Eastern Conference, entering Wednesday night's contest with the Dallas Mavericks. With just 3 regular season games left on its schedule, Miami is still 1.5 games back of the number 6-seeded Indiana Pacers. While the Heat have gotten through the play-in tournament before, earned the number 8 seed last season and made the NBA Finals, the team would have less of a break for Rozier to recover if it were to participate in the play-in. The playoffs officially begin on April 20th, but the play-in tournament starts on April 16. That makes the turnaround for Rozier to be ready for any postseason play much shorter if Miami ends up in the number 7 or number 8 spot in the East. Since he came to Miami in a trade with the Charlotte Hornets, Rozier is averaging 16.4 points, 4.2 rebounds, and 4.6 assists per game across 31 games, 30 starts. After a rough start shooting the ball in Miami, he's improved his percentages to 42.3% from the floor and 37.1% from three-point range since the trade. Rozier played through his neck injury on April 7 against the Pacers, but he struggled, scoring just 4 points on 2 of 7 shooting from the field in 21:45 of playing time. After the game, he admitted that he probably shouldn't have played through the injury. The Heat will need other players to step up in Rozier's absence, such as guard Tyler Herro, who recently returned to the lineup after missing significant time with a right foot injury. Herro scored 33 points in Miami's win over the Atlanta Hawks on Tuesday night. Wednesday night's game between the Heat and Mavericks is scheduled to tip off at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time from Kaseya Center in Miami. Dallas is on a 4-game winning streak and won the first meeting between the teams this season back on March 7. Myles Turner gives best quote about T.J. McConnell following Pacers win versus Heat. The Indiana Pacers won a must-win game against the Heat on Sunday 117-115. While it got closer at the end than it probably should have, they finally were able to win a clutch game. They had 7 different players score in double figures in what was a total team win. One of those players was T.J. McConnell. He was the best player on the floor and played 27 minutes. He was a team-high +7 and really diced up Miami's zone. Once he got the ball, he would penetrate into the paint and either take a jumper, floater, or dish it to an open shooter. McConnell finished the game with 22 points and 5 assists on 11-14 shooting. He showed his value to the Pacers and has proven they can't let him go. When things break down on offense, Rick Carlisle brings him in to insert energy into the lineup. Myles Turner loved it and had a great quote praising McConnell. Turner, who had 22 points and 13 rebounds in the win and shot 8-8 from the free throw line, praised McConnell in the best way possible. This is what he had to say about his teammate: "McConnell is one of the fiercest competitors in the entire NBA. He not only is intense on offense and pushing the pace, but he gets sneaky steals in the backcourt all of the time. It's clear his teammates enjoy his hustly and his hard play, and they recognize the value that it brings." The Pacers getting that win against the Heat gives them a 1-game cushion for the 6th seed. They now are also just 1 game behind the Cavs for the 5th seed, and they hold the tiebreaker over them. So if Indiana wins on Friday over them, they might be in the 4-5 matchup. And you, fan, what do you think of the situation of Myles Turner? Leave your opinion in the comments.